You're recording? Okay, so Fungi?
He's going to try and yank Shelby away, and I get sketchy what exactly Psychos can do. But if she were a Jedi, she would see lots of anger coming from Krylos right now. We are fuck me words. We are complying with everything you are saying. There is no need for violence. Shelby, just do not do that again.
Okay, so go ahead and move her where you want to. Go ahead and move her to where you wanted to move. Oh, well, point to where you want Jess to move Shelby.
It's like there-ish.
Okay. And,
that's perfect, yeah. Or there. Just, yeah.
Okay, so for the first time in this entire encounter, we're going to see Havictus do something rational. And he's going to grab the barrel of Terrence's gun and shout to the man, "Never raise a weapon to Miss Thatch."
Oh. Oh, that's good. That's pretty fucking good.
And he's basically going to give a slight shove to Terrence's gun as he releases it. Yes. Then he's going to look towards Kryos and say, "Out of the way, Engine Seer." You can tell he wants to see what's behind you. Kryos, are you complying?
Kryos is going to keep his hand on Shelby's shoulder, but he will take a step back.
That's going to get Havictus to stare at the hand, stare at Kryos, stare at Shelby, and the look in his eye is, "What the fuck is this?" Him who? You're giving Havictus a confused look. Okay, Havictus will point at the Palatine on the ground and say, "What did you do?" Havictus will shout, "Sister, one of you, grab that data slate, bring it here." The sisters will run ahead, grab the data slate, offer it to Havictus. Havictus will point to Shelby, and the sister will offer it, and he says, "Back in formation." She'll run back into formation. Okay, so while Shelby's typing, is anybody saying anything? Obviously, Terrence and Malachi are having a moment. You know what? Talia is going to approach Micaiah, and she's going to sort of talk to him quietly. Malachi, Terrence, I'm going to say you're too distracted with your little argument to really notice what she's up to. Alex, what are you doing?
Having to slip of the tongue, her jaw just kind of dropped at the right moment. It's like, wait, what?
You said Miss Thatch, you know, the M word was just the start of Miss Thatch.
Sure.
Some people spell miss with a Y. It's not out of the ordinary.
Yeah, the very fact that Kryos did take a step back was that strange pronunciation of the word miss.
Right now, Alex is sort of thinking to herself, Shelby is the biggest bargaining chip we have coming out of here without being on fire. Again, for some of us.
Oh, don't forget the servo skull.
Yeah, that has not
And a
been
certain
mentioned yet.
Angelus rifle.
That has not been mentioned yet. Nobody knows of that yet.
Oh, Talia
None of
knows.
the pe-
She's talking
Well,
to McIson right now.
Well, I don't think he's gonna mention that, especially with how Habitus has been.
Depends on whether or not they value your life as anything more than a bargaining chip to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I know, I know. McIson doesn't.
What have you done for Talia to make Talia like you?
Not been a dick to her.
Well, okay, Frosty, who does this represent in this case?
I'm not sure. Quite many would fit. It could be Havictus having a fit. It could be Krios having a what the heck Shelby, or it could be Shelby just flipping the paradigm.
Okay, and Krios, throughout all this, are you just waiting patiently as well?
Waiting patiently, listening intently, and dear God, hoping to all fuck this doesn't turn into violence. Basically, I have a prepared exclamation mark, because when shit goes down, Krios is basically just like, no one can save the day but me.
I can only just imagine what's going on in Zechariel's head right now, because the helmet also makes him deaf. Okay, give me a fellowship roll, Jess.
Yes, did you type in Comic Sans? Oh, it's Ariel Black?
It's 1 point off from her actual fellowship, and she's on fate.
Someone else buy a reroll. If you have 8 points, use them.
So he reads through it. You can see the expression on his face changing from great furious anger to fuck. And he'll hand it back to Shelby and say, I asked you a specific question, young miss. Answer it. Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry. Okay, retcon, sorry. I am dumb. She did answer it eventually. Sorry. Retcon, yes, sorry. Allow me to reset. Exactly. Okay, he's going to hand it back to her, and I'm going to have to do 2 rolls for him. Okay. Havictus is going to say that clearly his judgment was momentarily clouded, and that is why he is going to ask that Malakil terminate
Yes, Lord.
the traitor Eric McIson right now. Hearing that, Talia is not going to be too helpful in your orders. So, considering what's about to happen, I'm going to say it's probably best that we all roll willpower now. Or not willpower, sorry, initiative.
Fuck. I just get D10 plus 4, right?
Your agility bonus plus paranoia is 4, yeah.
Ooh.
I'm just going to say that minions will run on whatever your initiative is. So Trauma Cat will run on Krios's, Mathras, and Talia. Or no, Talia is an independent agent. So Mathras will run on Shelby's, and Marnius, Melba, and Hammond will run on Alexandra's. So, Havoc Test, does he have... No, he does not. Okay. So, yeah, Havoc Test is actually really low. Except he got a really good roll. Kaiasin, on the other hand... Kaiasin's just rolling in it. So, that plus that is 13... Plus that is 15. He got a shitty roll, but still beat Havictus. Oh wait, I added the planetary governor, but not Makaisin? Oh no, I did it. Okay. Fuck, the planetary governor is so fucked at this point, it doesn't matter. And then Talia. Terrence also got 9. Oh, right, I've got to roll for the sisters. And, here comes the scary ones. Okay, they have a natural speed, not a natural agility. Good to know. Okay, is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Sort. Oh, Malachi, did you... Oh, yeah, you got really low. Okay. Interesting. Makaisin gets to go first. That look right now, his token, you're saying? That look on his face? Mm-hmm. Joe? Are you there? Flurry of blows against Terrence. Oh, sorry, storm of blows. Wow, that's really shitty for Makaisin, but I'm not going to use a fate point. You have the opportunity to attempt to parry or dodge. But let me just confirm something real quick. Just want to see how many times he actually connects with you with his storm of blows, even with that shitty roll. I think it's at least still 2. Maybe only 1, actually. Because, yeah, I think... 2, okay, yeah. So it'll be 2 attacks would connect. So degrees of success on your dodge or parry is what will matter here. So you fading or not? Yes, but a 55 could potentially invoke. So all right. Did not invoke. You get one hit dodged. The other hit still connects. And you discover that Mikaisen has a little something special up his sleeve, literally, as a shock fist of some sort impacts into your armor. And I just want to double check his strength plus that is half of that. Okay. Okay, and then your armor is worth, how much was it? 7? No, that's not righteous. It was plus 10, so it was yeah. But 7, and your toughness is only 3, so 5 damage still gets through. You're only lightly wounded. And Mikaisen, well, his smile has faded. Krios.
How many seconds of talking can I get?
5 seconds. Remember, if you take too long to think out of character...
I know. He's not doing any combat actions, so still holding on to Shelby, still holding the last cannon out to the side. He's going to shout now, because raising your voice isn't going to do much when fucking guns are going off. Mikaisen will pay for his crimes, but publicly and officially, not like this.
And you're not taking any particular actions, ready action, anything like that?
I guess he'll readying the last cannon.
Okay.
But I really don't want that to happen. But it's going to, so fuck.
Havictus will respond to Krios saying, "That is not your decision to make!" And willpower.
Oh god, there's so many things I want to say and they all end up with me getting shot in the face.
Oh, well, yeah, that willpower was to decide whether or not Havictus would do the smart thing. If he succeeded, he would pull out of combat and just let the sisters fry everybody. If he failed, he would, be all kind of ragey. Considering that is the ultimate critical failure, all-out attack on Mikaisen.
No, you have to not do it without the brackets. I want to now say other things, but I can't.
Jess is asking me a question. What do you intend, Jess? Yeah. Space slip does not make a portal. Now, if she were to be, say, maybe grappling someone, because yes, she takes her clothing and gear with her, but I'd say just merely holding her hand onto someone wouldn't be enough. I'd say she'd have to give them a hug to utilize it to that extent. Just talking psyker stuff. But yeah, so Berserker, I need to double check exactly all the bonuses Berserker gives. Of course, I could just check Eric's sheet or Malachi's sheet. So Berserker gives Furious Assault, Battle Rage, Frenzy, and Berserker Charge. You may Frenzy as a free action without Flagellant. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to say because of that 100, Havictus has entered Frenzy mode. So that gives him plus 10 weapon skill, negative 20 ballistics, plus 10 strength, plus 10, toughness, negative 20 intelligence, and plus 10 willpower, giving him a massive 16 bonus. Good times. Good times. So, with the all-out attack and the flanking bonus, and I believe he has Transcendent Hatred on top of that. That makes a DC of... do you have double time, Malachi? Sorry, double team, sorry.
Let me see. Double. Let's see. Common law, meditation.
You should just be able to type in the word. It would be under combat talents, so you can check that.
Combat challenge.
So it doesn't look like you have a bunch of hatreds.
No.
Talented parry,
No,
combat master.
take down
okay.
combat master. Yeah. No.
And so not only is Havictus losing his shit, he's not even drawing a weapon. He's literally just trying to pummel Makaisen with his bare fists. Okay. So he doesn't fist Makaisen. But
I will fucking shove this fist right up your...
He does scream with the indignant rage of the Emperor. And Makaisen isn't going to try and dodge. Makaisen, whatever. It's just a guy trying to fist him. And he has more important threats to dodge. And, so that's 3 is 9 is 11. Okay, and since this is primitive damage, hitting Makaisen in the 66, hitting, body, yeah. So, yeah, Makaisen's armor counts for double and negates it. His toughness doesn't even come into account. So, old man, raging, starts pounding his fists into Makaisen's back, basically just smashing his fists against some really impressive armor that's hidden under the cloak. Oh, and of course, screaming his head off. Ah! His sisters, they are without a leader, but they will shout, "Inquisitor! Retreat and we'll burn them!" Alexandra, your turn.
Shelby has our combi channels, right? And Terrence and Malachi don't?
That's correct.
I thought we had them from...
No, they never gave them to you.
Okay, because she's going to say something quietly over the combi to Shelby. I'm about to do something that may be incredibly stupid. Just roll with it. Okay, so I still have it, so I'm just going to go right up behind her. Go up behind Shelby, put my bolt pistol to the back of the head, and command Havictus to stand down and to calm down.
Yeah. Okay. Terrence is going to shoot through the governor to hit you. But go ahead and roll your intimidation.
I'm trying to.
Go ahead and roll your intimidation roll for what it's worth.
I gotta try to calm the dude down. I think it was the best bet, considering it's slip of the tongue. Fake that.
Alexandra, give me a scrutiny roll.
Oh, dear.
Fuck yeah. Well, it's either way. I might train. I do not have even intimidate in this kind of situation. So
yeah, but
I'm gonna try to command him, which is scrutiny.
You don't command an Inquisitor unless you're a higher ranking Inquisitor.
I know. I was just trying to do whatever. This was the best bet I thought, but just calming him the fuck down. And see, what was it again? Inquiry or scrutiny? Okay, not training scrutiny. So that is half of my current perception, which is pretty freaking low as it is. So it's 14.
This is the roll I hope he gets amazing. Okay.
No.
So, yeah, Alexandra, you're not even 100% sure he noticed. Shelby, your turn. Shelby, you were given advance warning to just roll with it. What are you going to do?
I told her nothing was this. I'm trying to just tell her to roll with it. This wasn't strongly implying that everything I was about to do, I didn't mean.
Ask something in character or out of character? Oh, and talks apparently. So, she's just sent. Oh, here we go. I think you want to, Jess. That would be beneficial, I believe. But you received my BBM message earlier in the week, right? The one that I sent to you and Joe. So I would be personally happy if you made that decision. Yes. So well, you can burn fate. You just can't spend it to reroll. Or you know, any of the other spends. But okay, interesting. Bob, I don't know what she's going to do exactly, but I really hope we're not going to have Gallius Mark II right now. I'm sorry, but
I know. I'm just gonna put this out there. I have been having a very shitty last few days. So I mean, if it does become Gallius Mark II, I am not going to be in a good fucking mood.
Jess, before you try that, give me an intelligence roll. Fuck. Proceed as planned. Fuck.
Shit's going down. Shit's going down.
No, I made you do the roll because there's something Shelby, if she was thinking clearly, may have realized. But this is your plan. Stick to it. Huh. And that's in the Dark Disciples book, right? So, open file location, Dark Disciples of the Dark Gods. That's it. And threshold of 11.5 action. Yep. Thing is, you first have to test to grapple. Yeah, even with charging and flanking, you're 10 short. Now, did you want to do something else with your half action? Yeah, technically you wouldn't be able to be on top of them because of the failure. But basically, so everyone else can realize what happened, Shelby basically tried to jump on Machias's back between Havictus and the governor, but basically got rolled off to the side.
Fine, I was just... Yeah, you had an idea of how to stop this, and I had a different idea how to stop this.
And, yeah, Bob, Alexandra's now pointing the gun straight at Havictus instead.
It seems like he's mostly paying attention trying to punch Machias's face in.
Oh, yeah, don't forget these two.
Yeah. Hello!
Penitent engines roar. Basically, fully activated engines at max power. The figures strapped to the machine start moaning and twitching and trying to see if they're trying to lurch themselves free. And the legs of the machines kind of twitch like they're ready to charge, but they're just waiting to go. They're just raring to go, ready to action. And yes, Jess, that is exactly why I was having you roll the intelligence. And Talia's turn. Alakai, give me an awareness roll.
I think that's, yeah.
Oh my god, it
right
does.
on the spot.
I guess I should, well, sorry, let me just see. Okay, Talia just put a primed grenade into your armor. Basically, there was a little gap she managed to capitalize on near your hip.
Motherfucker!
And yeah, so she just put a primed grenade in your pants. Terrence, your turn. Joe?
I'm unmuting myself.
Sorry, you're really quiet. I've already turned your volume up.
Blah blah blah.
Now a lot of static, but I can hear you.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, static's gone. We're good.
Well, this is a very tough choice. Choice 1. Shoot Machias for tasering me. Choice 2.
Just a point to that matter. You are in melee with him. You cannot use a basic or heavy weapon.
Planning on moving either way.
Then you're moving out of a threatened square.
You live for now, Alex. Disengage.
So doing a full action disengage.
The only thing I can do.
You could do a half action disengage, but you'd have to roll. And you don't have acrobatics, so it would be agility minus 20, so DC of 31.
Yeah, not going to attempt it.
Okay. So you've taken a disengage action. Melchiel.
Yeah, I'm going to take the fucking grenade out of my pants.
Okay, which are you putting down the armor, or sorry, you're putting down the shield or the mace to do that?
The shield.
Okay, and where's the grenade going?
Give me a second. I'm checking the map quickly.
Should be a pretty obvious answer for him.
Yeah, behind us. Behind us.
So throwing it towards Trauma Cat, basically.
Basically there. I was playing with the idea of throwing it here and possibly, but it's too close to Inquisitor, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quickly turned that idea away.
Okay. So, as you're about to throw it, give me an agility roll.
A what roll?
Agility.
I'm going to fake that.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good fake.
So yeah, you're way faster than Talia. She was going to try and interfere, but you can lob the grenade. Go ahead and throw. Roll ballistics. Considering the range and your strength, that would be. Well, yeah. So you're getting a +10 to this roll.
Hey,
Wow.
that would have.
Well done.
That would have still succeeded even without that D. 10 +10.
Okay, Trauma gets the fuck out of the way of that. Oh, poor Mathras, he's blind. Oh, poor Mathras. Okay, all right. Melba is going to try to be the hero.
Oh, he's blind. Well.
Melba is kind of going tough shit.
Good job, Melba.
Roll damage for Mathras, 2d10. Poor Mathras.
Yeah. Mid-roll.
Poor Mathras. He's heavily wounded.
Huh. Why do I hear everybody running away? Oh. That's why. Fuck.
Poor young man. And you still technically have a half action left. Oh, no, wait. Do you have quick draw?
Let me see.
Combat traits. No, you don't, actually.
I don't.
So, yeah, taking the grenade out of your pants counted as a half action. Okay, it is Kaisen's turn.
So I don't get the half action?
So, yeah, half action to pull the grenade out, half action to throw it.
Okay.
And,
you conniving bitch!
Yep. So they're both grappled. Because Havoc just didn't pull out, so he's not allowed to dodge. So Makaisen has used his turn. Krios. You had readied an action last turn to ready Henry, so Henry can now be ready if you want him to. Or her. Sorry.
So we have Matthias and Havik grappling each other.
Yep.
And having a fight. When we have Malakyle and Talia also having a fight.
Malakyle just had a grenade suddenly and threw it at Mathras for whatever reason, as Terrence disengaged after being punched once by Matthiasen. And the Sisters of Battle shouting, "Get out of the way, Inquisitor, and we'll purge them with fire." Shelby tried to jump on Eric's shoulders, but rolled off and landed next to Talia. Oh, and of course, Alexandra ran up behind Shelby, put her gun to the back of Shelby's head, and told Havictus she was going to blow Shelby's brains out if he didn't stand down.
I did pre-warn everybody who was on the combi.
True enough. She did tell Shelby to roll with it.
So I don't know if this is possible, but it literally seems like the only thing that will save the situation. Can I burn a fate point to make a command roll a success?
Okay. Tell me a
I
little
will
more
roll
about
first.
tell me a little more about what you wanted to try to do here.
Well, in Grios' mind, every single motherfucker in the fucking room has just gone insane. Literally everyone has done something retarded. So,
well, to be fair, the Sisters of Battle haven't purged you all with fire. I
know, Grios is fucking secular, and the only people he can rely on not to be dicks are the guns with flame... Guns? The nuns with guns! This is how angry you made him. He's siding with the fucking nun. You know I don't like nuns. So, yeah, what I want to do, essentially, is to... part of what makes Grios so fated is he's going to just yell at the top of his lungs, "In the name of the God and Brandy Imperium itself, would you all see sense? Look at yourselves! We're on the same side!"
Okay.
And this is where I roll a 1.
And I just want to stipulate here and now, even if you burn the fate point, there is no... even if you get a 1 and burn a fate point, there is no taking Havictus off his current path. Everybody else, potentially. Havictus has set himself on a particular route that will not deviate from.
No, that's fine. If I've got everyone else on my side, I can salvage the situation. But this is only going to get worse. Everyone's going to try and save the situation, and a billion people trying to save the situation just makes it into one god-awful mess. Because we all have separate ideas how to do things, and lots of separate plans in action. Well, plans never survive contact with the enemy. A billion plans never survive contact with each other. So, this is the only thing I can see happening.
Okay, and also just to stipulate, if you get a shitty roll, don't burn the fate point, because I'm basically going to be implying that you're making a roll that Krios would have no authority over the Sisters of Battle. He has no authority over Terrence. He has no authority over Malachi. But if he burns the fate point and gets a good roll, basically I'm going to say, like, the divine light of the Emperor seems to shine on him in this moment. But if you get, like, an 89, no amount of divine light's going to change their minds.
It's not so much trying to command is, that's a poor word, I'm using it because that's the mechanic. It's more trying to appeal to everyone to just take a step back and look at the mad fucking situation everyone has put themselves in.
And I'll immediately remind you that this is Warhammer 40k, so it's going to have to take a miracle to actually make anyone be rational.
Well, it's going to take a fucking miracle to have a situation not end with 99% of the people in this room dying. I don't fancy our chances, so... I worked last time, science helped me. Yep, doing it.
Burning the fate point. All right.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask that Terrence and Malachi, you both take into serious consideration what I'm about to say. In the moments that Krios seems to... Well, okay, what Krios literally does is what Fungi said he does. I imagine he motes with his hands somewhat.
Yes.
Yes. In these moments where Krios is just sort of railing against the storm, his voice blots out all other sound in this echoey tunnel. Even the engines of the penitent engine seem to grow quiet in deference to his voice. And the only other sound you can hear is the kind of pathetic blubbering from Havictus as he weakly flails his arms against Machiason's back, as Machiason just kind of grips Havictus by the lapels with one arm without even looking to Havictus. Machiason is paying more attention to Terrence and Malachi than the old man weakly pummeling his hands against Machiason's shoulders. And the Sisters of Battle, all of their guns seem to sag slightly at Krios's declaration. And it is Havictus' turn. And Havictus, you know what, one more willpower here for Havictus, because it would be only appropriate. It helps if I remember how to spell his name. Willpower 1d1. Havictus is going to start to cry, saying, "He murdered my daughter. He murdered her in cold blood. He murdered an inquisitor. How can any of you side with him?"
What are the
crying.
fucking odds for another 100 roll?
It's fucking fated, that's what. This is meant to be.
Yeah.
I will wait till my turn to respond. But I really, really want to respond.
If it's less than 2.5 seconds? No, you need more time?
Just trying to get the wording right in my head. We're not siding with him. We're siding with the Imperium and Justice.
Okay.
Because I'm Superman now. Justice.
So, Shelby,
Also, that was said really calm and it's like, it's okay. It's okay, let it all out. We're here for you. By here for you, I mean, if I see you in the street, I'm going to spit on your shoes. Again, that's a joke. None of that is, yeah.
well, yeah, Talia's going to say it to Havictus because Shelby said it to her. She's going to say, "Inquisitor Havictus, Ulysses isn't dead."
Oh, shit. Is she going to undo all the luck I just had?
No. She's reinforcing it. Because remember, Havictus is saying that Machiason murdered my daughter in cold blood. He murdered an Inquisitor. And here's Talia saying, "The Inquisitor's still alive, boss. He didn't murder your daughter in cold blood. He murdered your daughter on orders." She's not expressly saying that. She's implying it because she knows the full history.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'll shut up.
So, Order Militant is cowed for the moment. Alex?
Okay, I do apologize. I had to leave real quick. Something's going on in my house right now, so I missed everything that just happened with Krios. Can someone quickly speed me up on that?
Fungi, do you think you'd be able to repeat what Krios shouted?
Krios just stood up in front of everyone. Sorry, standing up, but in front of everyone just said, "For the love of the Imperium and the God Emperor and everything you hold sacred, look at yourselves and see what you're doing." Something to that effect. Like, would you all just take a step back and see reason?
And as he was making that proclamation, he rolled a 9 on a D100 and burned a fate point. So I indicated to Frosty and Joe that even their characters would almost see the divine light of the Emperor shine on Krios as he says this. And the only other sound in the room, this echoey tunnel, seemed to go silent. Even the penitent engines seemed to go silent to listen to Krios' words. The only one who didn't listen was Havictus, and instead Havictus basically just started crying like a wounded child.
Okay. Alex is going to...
Is that a kid screaming?
That's the fiasco that's going on. My mother's trying to rescue a whole bunch of feral cats, and she had to drop off some kittens again.
Oh my god.
She doesn't have enough space at her... There's like 20 of those things, and she ran out of space at her place, and I told her she can put the smallest ones here.
Good luck.
I know. She's already had most of this planned out, so it's just the kittens whining. That's what I had to take care of, and I apologize. So Alex
I'd take one off your hands if I could, but sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I know. It's
Hello? Bob?
Sorry, it was whining in the background. I didn't know if you guys could hear him or not.
Oh, yeah, we can hear them, but just go on. They're not that loud.
Okay. Alex is going to holster her bolt pistol and take a step back.
It's funny. The moment I say they're not that loud, they got louder.
Exactly. And that would be Alex's stuff.
Okay. Alrighty. Shelby. Are you readying any particular action? Okay. The penitent engines are not as loud as they were before Krios shouted, but they're louder than they seemed to be while he was shouting, at least. Talia will look to Malachi and just sort of say, "Sorry, but I thought you would try and kill us." And Terrence and Malachi, are you still going to try and kill them?
Well, Malachi will turn to Talia when,
sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
Joe, is Terrence asking for orders from Havictus or Malachi? Okay. So go ahead, Frosty.
Okay. Since after that grenade thing, Malachi turned to Talia, but then Krios started his speech, and he kinda stopped his hostility for now. He's just slowly turning towards Havictus and saying, "Your orders, my lord?"
So he's asking Havictus for orders. Okay. Makaisen's turn. He's going to get buddy-buddy with Havictus.
Really?
Really. basically, they're for all intents and purposes, they're on the same hex, but he has interposed Havictus between himself and Terrence, and very easily could use him as a shield against Malachi. By the way, Malachi would probably pick up his shield in the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, Machiasen isn't even really holding Havictus in a threatening way, just in that sort of way that says to the rest of you, I've got this bitch by the balls, so you try anything on me, he's going to regret it. And of course, just that swarmy smile of his. Krios!
He's going to address the whole room and say, what we are going to do now, pause, the inquisitorial headquarters of the quadrant, does it have a name?
The Conclave?
Yeah, that works. What we are all going to do right now is we are all going to return to the Conclave, and this entire situation is going to get investigated by those who have the authority and the skills to do so. Those guilty will be punished. All wrongs righted, all heretics dealt with.
Okay. And, Krios, as you say that, you hear Traumacat, Melba, Marnius, Hammond, all kind of saying, well, what? Mathras, calm down! As a man steps forward into the tunnel, and Mathras seems to suddenly be enraged. But everybody else kind of stops him. Shelby, you hate this man with every ounce of your being. You cannot help but hate this man. There's no recourse from hating this man for you. The rest of you just sort of get an uneasy feeling. And he'll say, oh, no need to go to the Conclave. The Conclave has come to you. Talia is immediately going to drop to her knees. And even Machiasen is going to release Havictus and drop to his knees.
I'm also going
Holy
to...
fucking shit.
Shit just
I'm
went
also
down.
going to drop... I'm going to kneel down and suggest quite strongly that maybe that's what everyone else should do as well.
Okay. And Jess, Shelby didn't actually get her turn yet, so you're still behind Talia. Basically, dropping to your knees is going to be a free action for anybody who wants to do it.
Can we see what kind of
Right. Sorry. To describe
this
the
man
man
is?
Yeah.
He actually looks rather frazzled and disheveled with his hair and his face, but his clothes are impeccable. Obviously of some sort of great import. It's not quite a witch hunter's hat upon his head, but it is a big hat. And in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium, big hats are important. He has a single sort of baleful eye, as he has an implant. And yes, I know what baleful eye means, Jess. That's what I'm alluding to. And he wears quite plainly on his chest a great big golden inquisitorial rosette. Yes.
Yeah, this might be the time to just drop on your knees and pray to God, Emperor.
So Malachi's also dropping to his knees?
Well, fucking yeah.
Sorry, Krios, did you say you were doing that or not?
Yes, he is doing so, and he said quietly that maybe everyone else should do the same.
Okay. Shelby, you aren't dropping to your knee yet because you're going to react kind of violently, we know. So yeah, it all comes down to Havictus. Wow. Okay. This time the willpower roll, he wants to succeed. Because if he fails, you're all going to fucking hate me and hate him.
Well, you can't roll 3 100s in a row, right? Oh no.
No, he doesn't, Jess. He's not fated anymore. Havictus gives his last orders to the Sisters of Battle.
Oh no.
Purge us all. And he says it with a kind of crack in his voice.
Yeah, I hate you.
That's a success. Look whose turn it is. Ha ha ha. So the good news is that only 2 of the sisters are actually going to be able to use their flamers on this turn, while the others get into position. The bad news is we got 2 fucking flamers going off at the same time. Which brings us back to good news. You'd only have to roll 1 agility to avoid all the fire. The rest of the bad news. All of you kneeling count as prone. Jess, I will allow you to burn a fate point right now to invoke a pushed haywire to try and jam every weapon in the tunnel. So you're burning the fate point? Okay. The thing is, you're going to have to push this. So how badly are you going to push it? Anywhere from 6 to 18. Okay.
Just make it 9.
Yep, you roll that plus the 6 for pushing. You automatically invoke 1 phenomena for pushing, and that one gets plus 30 to whatever you roll. So getting 45 or higher becomes bad. Wow, that was a really kind of shitty roll. But I'm saying just because you did push it, I'm just going to and burn a fate point. Just the fact you pushed it is going to be enough to haywire every weapon in the room. And, yeah, Henry too. In fact, Krios, your implants will even start to get upset with you.
Don't I have organs that are...
What?
mechanical?
Yeah, you none of them keep you alive. So...
Oh, good.
Yeah, your Potentia coil, however, is pulsing energy. So I'm going to say you're going to have to roll toughness, not to have your, basically, to draw all metallic items, not to draw all metallic items to you. You're going to have to roll toughness.
And the planetary governor is like, what the fuck's going on?
Clang. No, thankfully he succeeded on his toughness, but that would have been hilarious. The iron helmet of the Hive governor just fallen.
From the call.
Who has?
Yeah, Jess disconnected.
Oh, testing.
Well, we can hear you fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who did that?
Jess did.
Oh, okay. So, says Jess is still in the call on my end. Can you hear us now, Jess?
Actually, I was more thinking about Alice's jetpack. I would be in a daily position and I'll suddenly just roll like a turtle on top of Krios.
Yeah, there's that too. So yeah, it would have been really funny if he had failed.
Good.
Okay, good. All right, so it was just a momentary hiccup. All right, so where was I then? Okay, so yes, no gravitational, no magnetic storm. That's the good news. Krios was able to suppress his angry Potentia coil. Of course, he doesn't believe in such things, so he knows there's some sort of anomaly going on. And it's a miracle. But we have invoked one phenomena already. I'm going to roll the phenomena. Here's the thing. If it's 45 or higher, it's perils. And on top of that, Jess, roll 1d6 for corruption, for pushing. So that puts you at 45. Drum roll, please, everyone. That's a peril.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like the honors? Krios.
Well.
Ethereal storm.
Oh, shit.
All sentient creatures, including the Psyker, within 1d100 meters, take 1d10 energy damage, ignoring armor.
Oh, I'm fucked.
I'm going to say willpower will count in addition to toughness, though.
Thank you.
So, Krios, you roll the 1d100. Jess, you roll the 1d10.
Woo.
I don't think anyone is weak enough for that to actually affect. Yeah, basically everyone gets a psionic slap in the face. Krios, go ahead and roll the d100 anyway. Wow. The Sisters of Battle don't even feel it.
That right there, like, you guys know I don't believe anything to do with fate, but that right there was some fucking fate shit.
And I imagine after...
So, just us in the group just got slapped in the face.
And the unconscious Palatine.
Fair enough, but she has pure faith, so I think she's going to be plenty fine. But yeah, I just realized Brooke's probably going to be livid that she missed tonight, considering all the shit that went down. And you know what? I think now is as good as a moment as any for Deer.
Oh, don't you fucking dare. Oh, okay, so.
Hey guys, what I missed?
Now every single goddamn Sororitas and Benedict Engine just turns around and starts prepping the flamers. Uh-oh.
Okay. So, yeah, Alexandra, you're just remaining kneeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna see like, oh, everybody else is nailing. Might need to do that. Also, Creepy Dude just walks in like the boss, like he owns the place. I'm gonna trust him on that.
Okay. Shelby, you're the only one other than Havictus not kneeling, and the sisters, obviously, and you're just basically trying to protect Talia. Okay, and since I allowed you to, that burnt fate point is basically taking up your use of psychic powers in this. The penitent engines also went into standby mode. Talia will remain silent at the moment. Terrence, Malachi, you guys aren't doing anything out of the ordinary?
No. Just having a bit of a... How would you say? A respect drop towards Havictus.
Okay. Machiasen is even Machiasen is remaining silent. Krios?
Yeah, just staying quiet. Is anyone holding on to the planetary governor?
No, he's just standing, bewildered.
Krios' beefiest arm is just gonna take a hold of him. Not like crushing, just if he
Drop him
tries to
down
run
as
away.
well. Make him fall to his ass.
Yeah. Because I have 6 arms, fuck you guys.
Well, to be fair, you have 2 arms, 2 almost arms, and 3 more other things
Look, I've got an eye on a fucking stick. Who has an eye on a stick that works?
as an arm.
Yeah, look, I use to pick up things. If
Yeah,
I
to
can
be fair,
use
it's
a limb
prehensile.
to pick up a pencil, I'm treating that as a fucking limb.
Okay. Oh, limbs. That also includes your feet, or not feet, but your legs.
Yes,
So
I
nine.
have 8.
You're
I have 9
a
limbs.
worshipper of Zinch!
Oh, behave.
But yes, at this point, the strange man will very sternly say to Inquisitor Havictus that his order is completely out of line, and that the noble sororities shall lay down their arms immediately, for he is Inquisitor Vizazin Niraka, Orto Malleus. So his
Sure,
name should
Shelby.
now show up on the token.
Yeah, definitely if we get it, his name is pretty much unpronounceable.
That's not how you pronounce marble.
Yes. Narodka. Last name Narodka. And Narodka will say to Havictus that the Conclave has deemed your use of inquisitorial resources as not inconsiderate. What's the word?
Improper?
Inappropriate.
Improper. What was the other suggestion? Sorry.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Thank you. And is going to have you return to the Conclave facility for discussion of the issues. All members previously of your retinue are hereby placed under the care of Interrogator Eric Machiasen until such time that you are deemed in appropriate condition to take them back, or another Inquisitor is found to take take authority over them. Havictus is just going to hang his head in shame, but still hasn't dropped to his knees. And in the background, Mathras is screaming bloody murder about the void having to be punished. It cannot be born to exist. It is unnatural. And the others are just basically holding him back.
You would think he would be more pissed off the grenade, but no, it's this guy who he can't... Well, he can't feel, but it's the void to him.
Chris is going to send a binary can't message to Cat saying, try and get him under control.
I'm trying. I've never seen a boy this small with so much energy. That's also in Cant. Back to you.
If you need to sedate him, just don't make sure no one gets hurt.
Understood. And then the screaming goes quiet, and he will fall limp.
Fuck yeah.
So Naraka is going to say that you there, Stormtrooper, and you with the holy relics, stand, arise, and please restrain Havictus for the moment.
Yes, my lord. And as Malachi takes basically hold of one of Havictus's hands, he will say to him, my apologies, my lord.
Yeah, Havictus is just going to say, no, you have no reason to apologize to me. And he just sort of hangs his head low in this moment. The tears are freely flowing down from his eyes into his gray beard.
And did he say anything else except to...
Basically, take him outside. Just hold on to him outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well...
Okay, he's going to step in, and he's going to close the door behind him, and he's going to turn around again and kind of look at Shelby and realize that, oh, that's Talia. She must be a psyker. I think I should recognize her. In any event, Eric McKaiser, please step forward and give me your report. And he will do just that. They will talk rather quietly for a bit. Eventually, Naraka will look over Makai's shoulder and say, the rest of you may rise. Yeah. Talia is going to say, Shelby, can I stand up? Shelby? Shelby, are you okay? Guys, I don't know if Shelby's okay. Krios? Alex?
What's going on with Shelby?
Where's Talia? Oh, right.
Buried under Shelby.
Yeah, hold on.
She'll be okay. Just give her some time.
Come on, Shelby.
Is Krios actually going to move over, or just stay from a distance?
No, he's going to stay on the side and then put his hands on her shoulder again.
Trying to move Shelby so Talia can get up.
Thanks, Shelby, but I'm pretty sure the flamers would have gone, wait a minute. And at that moment, Talia is realizing something. Naraka's a blank? Okay, guys, let's bring Shelby a little closer to the Sororitas, actually. Come on, Shelby. Okay, please come this way. And Talia is going to say, we mean no harm, we're letting them speak in private. Krios, Alex, please come with.
I gotta stay next to the governor.
We'll bring the governor with us.
Hi.
Sisters, you may want to tend to your superior. Two of the sisters are going to take Talia's advice.
Krios does not look at any of the sisters as they drag the unconscious, sister sergeant.
So, that's one of the, you guys all know about the Conclave now, yep. So, Conclave's basically in charge of the inquisitorial activities in this sector. They were put together specifically to handle the threat of one particular cult that's been rising in power for the last several years, possibly longer. And Naragua there is basically the right-hand man to the woman in charge of the whole thing.
This seems quite fortuitous.
Well, Machiasen did say they'd already contacted Ordo Malleus. And realizing now, I wouldn't put it past Machiasen. I wouldn't put it past Machiasen to have been transmitting this entire time.
He did seem rather smug about it.
Chris actually chuckles audibly at that.
Well, I guess Machiasen wins. I didn't even believe it when I said it, I just said it to try and get Havictus to calm down.
So wait, the Inquisitor actually is alive?
I don't know. I still don't believe it. I think there has to be some other explanation. But I only said it to get Havictus to calm down. Shelby, are you doing okay? I think we have you to thank for the lack of purging fire.
Chris will not mention what else he has to thank her for that for.
You guys might want to check your jump pack and Henry.
Chris gives Talia a knowing glance.
What's wrong with my jetpack?
I couldn't say for sure, but chances are something.
Alex is just gonna stare at her, just unstrap the jetpack and try to gently let it on the ground just in case it just become an improvised explosive device.
You'll find it's completely powered down. You can't even switch it on.
Oh, she's gonna sigh. It's like, oh.
Right. Someone was dragging the governor here. Sorry, I forgot.
I was going to ask Tully since he wasn't moved yet. I was going to ask, would it be a good idea to hand him over to them?
Eventually, they'll tell us when they're ready.
I was pointing at the moment just to give him to the sisters.
No, sisters, no. He still needs to stand for his crimes, not just get burned.
Okay.
No offense, sisters. I know you take your duties to the Emperor very seriously. The sisters seem unamused with Talia. Outside, Terrence and Malachi, Havictus will be pretty much inconsolable, but will either of you say anything to him?
No. Going against somebody this high ranked at this moment doesn't seem logical to Malachi.
Okay. So after, yes, this was rather remarkably successful overall. Because if the sisters actually started firing, oh shit, they are statted out the wazoo. In fact,
It should be the Sisters Dominion.
Yes, these are like high-ranking. Just real quick, want to mention power armor, 7 AP to all. Best quality mono sarissa, basically an axe on the end of their flamers. Best quality flamers, so shooting would have never caused them to jam. The only way they could jam is because the warp did it. And each of them also had a best quality sacristan bolt pistol, and those were just the Dominions. The one who got knocked unconscious right off the bat had a best quality Inferno pistol, a best quality Power Fist, and a best quality arm-mounted Godwin Diaz Stormbolter attached to that Power Fist.
So a ballistic fist.
What would have happened if Shelby hadn't pushed her away then?
She would have basically backhanded Krios in the torso, which would have been a called shot with a penalty for vital attack. So her entire purpose was to crush his armor and wind him, but not completely kill him.
Cool.
So she basically had a ballistic fist from the Fallout New Vegas.
No. This is much worse than the ballistic fist.
But she
I
technically
meant
had...
that it's equivalent.
No,
At
no,
least,
it's beyond
you know.
equivalent. This is, so with her power armor and the fact that it's best quality, she would have done 2d10 plus 11, penetration 8, with plus 10 to her weapon skill for this weapon. So actually, and of course, the penitent engines were advanced models. So basically, best quality heavy flamers, best quality chain axes, and higher than normal mobility and stats.
But they
Also, they
still
were-
have the major weakness of every other penitent engine, that the driver is exposed.
Except they're pumped full of so much drugs that they count as having super high toughness, basically. So, yeah, Henry would have made short work of one of the penitent engines, sure, while the other one got into melee and ripped Krios apart. But anyway, I'm mentioning all of this because... Oh, wait, one more image, apparently. I mention all this because after the conversation between Mikayasin and Naragka is going to step forward and say, "Sisters, take all of them into custody. Do not harm any of them. I mean to speak with them each personally." Sisters will advance and basically ready themselves to take you into custody.
Oh, Alex puts her hand straight up in the air and goes like, "Well, go ahead. Bizzle's right there. That's the only thing I have equipped on me right now. That's a weapon."
I shoot the first one in the face with Henrik. No, I died.
Okay. And basically at this point, you're all going to get separated from each other, except for Talia and Shelby, because Mikayasin, as Naragka is having you all separated, Mikayasin is going to say, "No, keep the Psyker with Talia. She's attached to her, and separating them would be a mistake, sir." You'll say, "Oh, I trust your experience with them, Mikayasin, very well." And, yeah, so that will be that. How are you all feeling?
Went pretty much as well as I could have hoped. Quite honestly.
Everybody
lived positive.
Everybody lived positive. Havicus reacted and behaved how I thought he was going to react. Negative.
He went far worse than I thought. The 2 100s was kind of like dice gods finally repaying me for all the shit that went down earlier.
I was just looking at him and I was just going like, okay, yeah. As soon as we get near Havicus is going to go batshit and crazy and try to kill everyone. Look what happened.
Torcus lives on in Terrence, Jess. Who do you think Joe modeled Terrence after?
That would explain the stupidity levels that felt familiar.
Yeah. I can see
they're old service buddies. Torcus and Terrence, man, they were tight.
And look what happened
How
to
the fuck didn't they die?
In fact, I bet Terrence is a little upset with Talia for coming back from that mission when Torcus didn't. But yeah, so I'm also surprised that Malachi and Terrence didn't have to die. I was actually planning on there to be at least that much violence. I was really hoping the sisters wouldn't get to kill any of you, but Krios, announcing to everybody, "We're here, hello," it's like, okay, well, that played out pretty well. But my GM plans, which I know will never survive contact with the enemy, contact with the players. It was in my mind, it was going to be like, oh, there's Havicus, shut the door. Oh, well, Malachi and Terrence don't like you shutting the door. Internal combat between player characters. That's how I was sort of anticipating things to go. Obviously, that didn't happen.
My whole title fake threaten Shelby plan was not the original plan I had. I was originally just going to shoot Terrence in the back of the head. That was my original plan, but I figured, there's enough crazy shit going on. We need to calm this shit down. Let's threaten his daughter.
Yeah, the thing is, nothing would have changed Havictus's course after rolling that first 100. He entered frenzy, and the only thing that got him out of frenzy was crying like a wounded child in the end. So he went so far into his rage that it looped back around and reached utter humility and despondency.
Yeah, so, hey, we all survived. We'll all maybe not die
and,
in interrogation.
Yeah, I'm going to want to talk to all of you during the week, obviously. So please, even if you're not going to use talks or VC, whatever the case, email me at least. In fact, you've all got my emails through VC now, so you guys can send me emails and we can discuss things. Because there's obviously a lot on the plate that's going to be taking place. Oh yeah, and I guess actually I'm going to ask Brooke, would Tyrion run the fuck away, or would she be taken into custody? Yeah, that's Jess, why are you raising a hand and drooling at the mouth in private? Oh, you want to do stuff right now. Okay. Bow chicka bow wow. I need to take a break from the computer for a bit, but I'm very happy with how tonight went. I had a really stressful week, but this raised my spirits quite a bit. Thank you all for coming and playing. God, I didn't even have to use Machiason's Serval Skulls of Doom to save the day, because that was going to be, if shit kept hitting the fan, Machiason, I keep confusing. Machiason would have grabbed Havictus and ran with him. Like, just picked him up and bolted. And his servo stalls would basically block anybody else from getting through. He would hope that Krios and Talia would run with him. Hopefully silly Alexandra and silly Shelby would stay and get purged by the Sisters of Battle, buying the important people time to run. Bear in mind, Bob, I'm not saying you're not important. I'm saying Machiasen knew you were plotting against him, by the way. You don't talk about overthrowing a man on the ship that not he owns, but that the Inquisitor owns. He had your rooms bugged, for fuck's sake. You're having a conversation about overthrowing him. And it's like, yeah, really? You fucking idiot.
Yeah, I figured that.
If you figured that, why the hell did you talk about it with Tyrion?
Well, I didn't act upon it, did I?
This is the 40K. You're guilty for even saying anything.
I was just making it obviously clear to him where I stood with him. That's all I was doing. If he didn't really care, he would have put me out of my misery.
You are guilty until proven innocent.
Well, she will eventually, Jess, but Lynn, Vern, and Haley have retaken the Omega.
Thank you guys for saving the Omega.
Well, these sisters
still
on the planet. Okay, the Dominions here on the planet were the top of the top, creme of the creme. An entire convent of Sisters of Battle were deployed on the Towering Omega. Their orders were purge anything that was not supplicant to the authority of Inquisitor Havictus.
That's a lot of damage to the ship.
Yes. So the Towering Omega, we'll come to that next week and talk about what sort of happened in the interim. But, I think depending on how quickly we can arrange for the first of the Ascension sessions, depending on how people feel, we may, do some interim stuff that is unrelated to this campaign. It all depends on how stuff comes together out of character. Just gonna roll down the line. Krios, Fungi.
Yes.
Final words for pre-Ascension?
Regarding what?
How this all came together.
Well, fuck, that could have gone so much worse.
And how do you feel accomplished as Krios? Burning that date point and basically turning the tide of fire against...
It seemed like it was the only thing that was going to rescue the situation, and boy howdy did it rescue the situation.
And, compared to last week where you kept rolling everything above 80s...
Yeah, rolling that 9. That was some good shit.
Alexandra, a Bob. Happy I didn't lose anybody to friendly fire. Still unsure exactly how everything else is going to play out for what the package is for Ascension, but I'm happy Ascending right now. I feel like Alexander, with the shit she's had to go through on this planet, feels like, well, it can't get any worse from here. But it will. She just doesn't know it.
It really was an eye-opener for her character. Her eyes have been open to the wider ramifications of being in the Inquisition.
And forcefully, too, by Shelby, thanks to the warp knowledge gaining.
Jess, I'm going to have to ask you to start typing your feelings of how this has affected Shelby in her development. And as you're typing that out, we'll go to Terrence/Haley.
Holy shit.
Terrence, do you want him to continue as a playable character, or would you like him to be retired to NPC status to only be dusted off at particular moments?
Oh, he can go away. I don't think anyone here really gives a shit if he comes back or not, honestly. And as for me, he was literally... We need to get a character made in about 10 seconds here. Imperial Guard, done.
Okay. Now, I still have to give you some revelations about what happens on the Towering Omega.
Batman.
But that aside, the revelation that Haley received from Daniette, how do you feel about the impending ascension for her?
Still trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I've got one in mind, but still not completely sure on it.
So we know that Haley wants to find her mother. Cat out of the bag that it's Veda. But beyond that, what, I'm going to say right now, Fungi, you've done an excellent job. I feel comfortable giving you the Rosette as Inquisitor, if you still want it.
Yay.
I'd actually like to ask everybody, how do you feel about that?
Considering this was more of a opening experience, even in the very beginning, even before that, I didn't feel like Alex.
Sorry, Bob. There was a lot of background noise, but you said you
Sorry
feel like
about that.
Alex.
I never felt like Alex would be a good enough position for the inquisitorial leadership.
Okay.
And I'm happy with Krios because I felt he provided the supplies ready. He had the big game plan to take out the Whitehead. He faltered a bit in this case, not willing to think about tactics here, but he accomplished the main mission the best he could using the resources he had and could gain.
Well, I think he chose diplomacy over tactics, not realizing how absolutely inconsolable Havictus was.
If I may defend my own case,
Of course.
Krios had no idea of the forces we were going up against. He did indeed choose politics over combat. The way he figured it was, if they did have to resort to tactics, they'd be fucked anyway. And yeah, they were only going to get out of this if the Inquisition was on their side. And if at any point we had to defend ourselves with force, there was no fucking way the Inquisition would be on our side. And if it wasn't our side, the Bushes wouldn't have sides left.
So who shoved a mic up their ass?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it sounded like someone's microphone fell off. Okay. Joe, real quick, how did you feel about Trios getting this opportunity?
He's the best one for it.
Okay.
Despite
Frosty,
how much
I
Shelby
know.
wants it.
Frosty, I know you and I talked about it, about Vern maybe getting it, but
Well, the situation kind of turned